If you've noticed your website traffic slipping, or worse, crashing, this might shock you. Google is actively keeping visitors away from your website, and it's about to get much worse. In this video, I'll show you why this is happening, the hidden forces that are reshaping the internet, and the one future-proof strategy that can save your business in 2025. Stick around because you can't afford to miss this. New research shows that there's a 91% chance that small business websites will receive fewer visitors in the upcoming year. Fewer visitors to your website means fewer clients to sign up and less profit in your pocket. Google has flat out changed the rules on us, and many businesses are not seeing this coming. So in this video, I'm going to share with you, number one, what's causing website traffic to disappear. Number two, how to prepare your business to avoid getting hit with the oncoming slowdown in traffic to your website. And then number three, the one future-proof traffic source that can save you from whatever moves Google tries to make. So where are we right now? Have you happened to notice that since May of 2024, that when you type in questions into the Google search, have you noticed that Google has a tendency to just answer your questions directly rather than giving you a long list of possible options of articles or websites to review? I am, of course, talking about the AI-driven search generative experience that Google is providing for most of its searches. In fact, this search generative experience that just answers your question at the very top of the page is now happening in more than 91% of searches on Google. Now, how exactly is this happening? It's kind of amazing once you research it. Most of the search generative answers, the AI-generated answers that are given to you at the top of the search page, are actually generated from website content that you provided to Google. So imagine what Google's doing. Google is actually taking your website content and now serving it up as a separate answer to the actual search question, and yet they're pushing them away from your website and to the search generative answer. In fact, Search Engine Roundtable conducted a study and found out that 65% of Google searches no longer lead to website clicks. In fact, that number's only going to get worse. I mean, come on. I set up my website in order to attract people to come to my law firm and hopefully hire for services. But that number's only going to get worse in future years, which is going to make it that much harder for you to attract new customers. Here is the stark reality. Google is no longer going to be a search engine. Instead, it's merely going to be an answer engine. And this is devastating for small businesses, professional service companies like my law firms, because think about it. All the great content you take the time to create and put out there on the internet, your blog posts, your written up content on your website, it's all going to be used to create a search generative experience answer from an AI bot, but yet it's never going to actually push the viewers to your actual website, which means you won't benefit from all of your content. Unfortunately, that's only part of the problem. The invention of AI and it becoming widespread and used all over the internet has created a flood of generic content. The idea of AI creating tons of blog articles and pushing out tons of content for your particular business sounded like a great idea at the very beginning. The problem is so much of the content on the internet now is just flat out boring generic content. The result is that there's no real human perspective or insight provided in so much content on the internet, which as a result of that allows your very valuable expert-driven opinions that you write about for your business to get lost in the noise. As a result of this, search engines are overwhelmed with so much generic content that the very best content many times doesn't get categorized or served up to the viewer. Adding to this challenge, apparently Google tends to give preferences to the big players out there like Quora, Reddit, Yelp, and others. These massive content aggregators tend to be at the top of search results, which pushes all of us small businesses further down the page. But what about online advertising? That has to be the answer, right? Unfortunately, no. You may have noticed that ad costs are skyrocketing while engagement is dropping. Now, why is this? Well, number one, competition for ads are more fierce than ever. Seriously, I was running ad campaigns for my law firms years ago that worked. I mean, they just kept running and bringing in more and more business. But now I have seen, in order to be competitive in my particular markets, I've got to spend as much as 40% more for any type of ad campaigns that actually work. One big reason why is that you can no longer scale your business through organic reach on the internet. Google has changed the rules to make it in order for you to truly be found and have the visibility that can actually scale your business, you've got to pay to play. The second reason is that people are tired of looking at ads. In fact, if you look at it, many people will actually install ad blockers on much of their search engine results. Or you combine that with younger generations, particularly Generation Z, are tending to tune out most ads altogether. Many business owners are paying more for fewer clicks and lower engagement, which ends up resulting in a very inefficient strategy that makes it very difficult for you to grow your business. There is one channel that is not at the mercy of ad fatigue or an algorithm, and that is email marketing. I know. Everyone I say email marketing, they go, come on, Jeff, this has been around for 30 years. Plus, is this type of strategy really going to work for my business in 2025? The great thing about email marketing is that it will work for anyone. If someone gives you their email address, that means they actually want to hear from you. Here's why email works. Number one, it's direct communication. When you send an email to someone and it lands in your audience's inbox, it's personal, it's intimate, it's right there, and it won't get lost under the social media noise or some type of trickery in order to get someone's attention. Number two, it's personal and it's engaging. Look, these people gave you their email address, so they are much more likely to not only open the email, but actually engage with it and potentially buy your services. Number three, you own the email. Unlike Google or Facebook ads, you are actually able to control your email list. And not only can you go after it one time, you can nurture that list, you can educate that list, and you can grow your email list to be one of the most valuable assets in your business. Unfortunately, building an email list isn't as simple as creating a newsletter and slapping up on your website and hoping people show up and sign up. They're likely not going to do that. That brings us to the next step. If you want to grow your email list, we need to be using lead magnets. A lead magnet is something you provide to your viewers that is both free, it is valuable, and it is relevant to what you provide in your business. By providing this free resource to the viewer, you encourage them to hand over their email address. And some of the best examples of lead magnets might be checklists, it may be guides, or maybe a mini course to get someone started on their journey. Or if you're providing some type of service. I've dealt with lawyers who provide 5 tips to win your DWI case in Texas. Or maybe you're a chiropractor. 5 exercises to fix your back pain once and for all. But creating a lead magnet by itself is not going to get it done. You have to have a way to introduce the lead magnet to the viewer and get them to engage with it. So how do we open the doorway for potential customers to see your lead magnet? Of course, it is YouTube. YouTube is the platform to grow your list for email marketing and to actually grow your profits in 2025. YouTube isn't just social media. It's the actual second largest search engine in the world, where people are actively searching for solutions to their problems. They're looking for services that they need work done for them because they're facing an issue in their life. By creating high quality content on YouTube, you can, number one, drive traffic. And what do I mean by that? Well, you're going to provide high quality educational content, specifically addressing the pain points of your viewer avatar. In other words, the person watching your content has a problem. You're the one that has the solution. By you providing all the free information, there's an old saying that people say, give away the secrets and sell the implementation. The more secrets you give away in your videos, the more people will want to know how they can work with you. That's when you can drive that traffic, those eyeballs, to your website or to your sales funnel that will now allow them to be introduced to your team and work with you. Number two, YouTube builds trust. By delivering on the promise of your video and giving people all the value for nothing, it now builds trust, and it also encourages people to take action on the problems that they have, knowing that you are the expert with the solution. Number three, this strategy actually creates a cycle. Think about it. You create videos that introduce people to a lead magnet that you then gather their email address and you can remarket to them. But when you launch your next video, you can also send out an email to everybody on your list, letting them know you just launched a brand new video with tons of great content for them to watch. And of course, what does that do? It grows your YouTube channel, which then grows your email list, and back and forth. And pretty soon it'll start to grow your revenue and your profits. This system works both for large and small YouTube channels, but the key here is to make sure and align your video topic with the actual lead magnet that you're going to offer at the end. For example, one of my YouTube channels, STR Law Guys, which has almost about 5,000 subscribers at this point, we spend a lot of time talking about how real estate investors can protect their assets from lawsuits. Well, one of the actual lead magnets I provide is a lead magnet that talks about the ultimate guide to protecting your real estate investments from greedy lawyers. So if I have a video that I talk about specific techniques, tips, or strategies to protect your real estate investments, at the very end I can provide them the guide for which they can download and take action on those, for which now I have their email address, which I can go back and remarket to them, and it creates that cycle we talked about earlier. This strategy for a channel with less than 5,000 subscribers allows our business, STR Law Guys, to make an additional $40,000 a month, merely from the trust that has been built up from that YouTube channel. This system future-proofs not just your traffic, but it also future-proofs your business. Now, if you want to know exactly how to implement this strategy for your business, check out the actual link down in the description below, where I'm going to give you a lead magnet for how you can get started creating YouTube videos to transform your business in the upcoming year. And by the way, if you want to get some insight into my $2 million funnel that I've used to scale one of my law firms to an extra $2 million a year in revenue, check out this next video where I break down all the secrets. See you over there.